Hi Belgium, how are you doing? I hope you're all fine over there. First of all, of course, I'm sad to miss this beautiful wine fair of Titulus this year due to obviously the current situation. So I hope you're all well over there. I just want to quickly show you through some wines. I think it's beautiful that Titulus set up this amazing way to taste online and that you guys can order the wines, and I give you a brief explanation as we would be all together in Belgium and taste wines and have a beautiful day. I'm actually sitting right now in the cellar. In the back you see the concrete X, so I think it's a nice atmosphere also to taste some wines. I show you today through some wines actually, so it's quite a big portfolio. That would be the wines you would have tasted when you would have come to the Titulus fairs. So I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions anytime, you can always reach us on our social media or through Titulus, of course. I try to keep that short and tight that it's even possible to send it out to you. So I will split it in like 2-3 videos, depends how fast I explain the wines. I just quickly go maybe through the wines. For those who don't know, we are a biodynamic farm on the east of the New Settler Lake, on southeast of Austria, on the Hungarian border, not far from Vienna. We are mixed agriculture, started as a mixed agriculture and then developed into the winery later, though we still kept that mixed agriculture and actually have a cattle on free pasture grass. We have ancient grains, a lot of different grains, corn, barley, malt. We do some sunflowers for sunflower seeds and oil, for example, apples. So really diverse, really vibrant farm with a big family. So this is also why the cow is so represented fast. It's on the label, as it gives the fertilization for the farm and the liveliness and the energy for the vineyards and the soil to keep them alive. And I think, and that's what we believe here, gives also the character into the wine and make them vibrant and give them a soul and an energy. And we believe that will be transferred to you. And this is for us what we believe in this terroir. Now I'm already above 2 minutes, so I'll try to hurry up. This is Gruner Veltliner, as you might see. Maybe it's good to see in the camera. It's a 2019 vintage, really fresh and aromatic and light wine. It's for us a great wine for any kind of situation. Fits great as an aperitif wine if you don't fancy a sparkling. It's really fresh and vibrant, has a bit of CO2 still from fermentation, has a yeast character because we store all of our wines pretty long on the fine lees. So this 2019 Gruner Veltliner, you see in the glass, pretty like clear, slightly golden color, really aromatic, grassy, fruity. Yeah, and super nice, bright, fresh acidity. A wine who always makes fun, fits to a lot of different kind of foods. Second wine I want to show you is Graupel Pinot Gris. It's a unique vineyard, comes from the Graupel vineyards. It's a single vineyard, pretty old. We called it Graupel because it's a dialect word, stands for wild in our dialect, like hares are wild, which we I guess all have, as we can't go to hairdressers right now, as you can see on my example. So that's the case. The vineyards are pretty wild. We don't prune them at all, so they look like wild bushes. The reason for that is to understand plant physiology. We started that 10-12 years ago to understand how wine grows. Can you also do proper grapes, quality grapes for vines without pruning, as this is such an interfering atmosphere for the wine, and you manipulate in a way in the juice flow, in the grow of the wine. You change a lot when you do pruning. So we were like thinking about how we can do that maybe without, and so we just left it unkempt, untrimmed, and every year we get different results, but every year we get a really superb quality. Yields really vary, of course, on vineyard and fungus pressure, but always a great quality. It's Pinot Gris, and we have that as a Zweigelt today, Pinot Gris, to try. And this was always our first ever skin fermented wine. So you can see that it's a pretty golden copper color. It's a skin fermented Pinot Gris, which was 2.5 weeks roughly on a skin fermented. Also with those vineyards, they were always having the small berries, really, really tiny, thick skin, a lot of aromaticity in the grape skin. So we started already in 2008 with skin fermentations, fast, not a new thing. And nose really a lot of apricot flowers, a lot of white flowers, a little bit tomato vines, like a little bit something like vegetable-ish in the smell. All super bright, fresh, a lot of peach, a lot of mandarin, tangerine, good length, good acidity, really great fruit pair. I do know a short break, otherwise the video gets too long, and make a second one, and then I see you later. Okay, I'm back, second round. Try to be faster now, otherwise there will be a whole Meinklang show instead of short tasting videos. Next wine, Concrete White, another skin fermented, 100% from those guys. It's Concrete X, 900 liter Concrete X, man tall. We started in 2006 with that, as we never felt comfortable with oak. It's traditionally not a part here. It was always stainless steel. We like stainless steel as a clean container for like fresh aromatic wines like Gruner, but we don't love it for obviously more aged wines because they need some oxygen maybe to breathe. Also skin fermented stuff always benefits from that to get stable. The wines without added sulfites like that one, for example, which stabilize itself like that. So it's Concrete White, 100% fermented and aged in concrete egg for 2 years. It's 2016 and it's a pure Traminer. You see the color, really like, it's really cloudy first of all because the egg makes it more move and the sediments are including more in the wine. And then you have like a really nice, the yellow golden color. The other one was more copper due to Pinot Gris. This is a lot of yellow Traminer, so it's more yellowish. Yeah, nose is really aromatic, beautiful aromatic, not like this boring Gewürztraminer in your face rose pellets, like bright white flowers, fresh fruits, sass, lemon, like Amalfi lemons, really vibrant. And on a palate, the same. A lot of structure, a lot of acidity, a lot of power, but also really light. The alcohol doesn't dominate the wine. You don't feel this classical Traminer which knocks you out. It's really fresh. You want to drink more and more. It's really vibrant, nearly salty, like a lot of saline and umami is going on. One of my favorites, always been at the farm and always works well. Next one, we jump to Hungary. It's from a volcano in Hungary, grown an hour south from us, the Dormet volcano. We are on the Hungarian border. Our farm is mixed agriculture in Hungary and Austria, though the vineyards are 98% in Austria. Because after the border there are no vines. There's just farming as the land is a bit lower, so you have more humus, not good for winemaking, good for farming. But 1 hour south of that, of us here, is the Szomlo, beautiful 550 meter high extinct volcano. Or dormant volcano, volcanic vineyards, total different soil, a magical place. If you ever have the chance, go there, do it. It's amazing. There's not a lot of wineries existing anymore, but in Hungary it still has a super high prestige, and it's a beautiful place, a beautiful underdog terroir. And we bought the vineyard in 2006, had luck and could buy 2 single vineyard plots. This is UFAC 2015. A few days on the skin, but not much. You see more that the color is more the variety. Really, it's always really dark, and also a bit of oxidation on purpose. You have always a bit of botrytis in UFAC. It's really thin skin, so it gives a bit of botrytis always into the wine. And you feel it also in the nose area. It has more raisins. It's totally different than the others. You feel the terroir is now totally different. A lot of like riper apples. Super salty, it's really nice. It developed really good. I didn't try it for a while because we changed the wine, and now we have, instead of 2 wines, 1 cuvée called Vulcan, which we have soon available at Titulus soon, I'm sure. I'm moving on to the next one. And actually that's a cool story. I have to show them all 3 together. Actually I'll do a little break and then you get the next video. So I hope you stay to try those because they're really interesting. I'm back, as promised. So those 3 wines is a project of a really good buddy of mine, Billy Ward. He's an Englishman living in Copenhagen, a sommelier and also artist, as you can tell. We had a great day together in Copenhagen and talked about art and our wines. He's really well connected with Meinklang, the family and the farm here. Visited it many times and has a really deep connection. to us. And yeah, we wanted to try to develop a little bit, to like make wines which are really structured, really focus on a structure. The terroir here in the area was always so-called not good, you know, just aromatic, fruity wines. And we always worked that different. And I think our wines always had this vibrancy. I think terroir is something so wrong interpreted. I think liveliness is the better word than terroir, because if you have liveliness in your soul, that's your terroir, that's your place. And that liveliness is going into the wines, and you feel that, you know. And but we also wanted to like make wines with just a bit more like deepness and tightness. And we are not a tiny farm. We have 70 hectares under vines and 2,000 hectares as a winery, as a farm, which is amazing to do as a biodynamic farm. But we also want to try something new, where we like do it really small scale with a small team, really different approach, different thinking than normal, thinking outside the box, trying new things. And also what we will do with those wines, every year different vineyards. So vineyards which will showcase the best. We have a lot of different parcels. There's a tradition in the area. So every year we choose a different vineyard and then do those Morgen, Tag, Nacht. And there's also in between a fourth one called Abend. So it's morning, day, evening, night. So those 4 wines are more representing the daytimes, the artwork on the label, which is from Billy, which is connected to the daytimes as well, not necessarily to the wines. So it will be really free. So it's against the trend to make every year something which you've done great, and then you kind of want to do it every year the one time you've done it the best. We really want to be here free and undependent on that, and really being really creative and open-minded. So the first one, Morgen, 2018. They're all 3 at 2018. Beautiful color. It's like flamingo, I would call it. Like super like sexy rosé color. I like it a lot. It has a little bit of copper. And smells so like dry tobacco, but not the barrel dry tobacco, like from the vines, from the skins, or from the stems. A lot of herbs, a lot of mint and stuff going on. So Morgen is a pure rosé. St. Laurent, a single vineyard, beautiful vineyard site where we picked the grapes really careful in small boxes, mashed them with stems for 6 hours, left them in there for 6 hours, then pressed them really gently, and then came into concrete egg, again those guys, for 9 months. Yeah, it's for me maybe the most interesting one we ever done. It's a rosé, and we never tried something interesting out of rosé, and this is so not like rosé. It's like so charismatic, it's so bright, it's so alive, it has so much complexity, it has a lot of like rhubarb and things like that, like really like complex aromas which I never saw in our wines before. And this is like also salty, and all 3 wines have that. And I think this is our terroir here, as this was an ancient ocean actually. People don't know that. Okay, next one, Tag, means day. Grüne Veltliner, 2018, single vineyard again. Obviously, we never done a Grüne Veltliner really like, well, we tried something really interesting because we had rather young vines. Now they're getting into 15, 20-year-old vines and getting really interesting and lower yields. So we tried that. So full carbonic in small boxes, 2 weeks full carbonic Grüne Veltliner. And that's the color. And then aged also in concrete at 9 months. And again, it has this flintstone tobacco leaves, maybe tea-like aromas in the nose. I'm getting tipsy here. And this is Nacht, the third one, which is a pure Pinot Noir. We had that already in 2017. That's where it all started with. So it's a Pinot Noir, full carbonic, same way like the Tag. Total same thing, and then also 9 months in the concrete egg. And you see the color is pretty light. We also make no difference on those wines on color and the way we're making them. They're like all processed as we feel we have to work with them. Obviously, a rosé, you can't make too long of a maceration and it's not a rosé anymore, but in a way, they're all made the same way. This is so like clove, nutmeg, really floral, a lot of white flowers. It's not at all like typical red wine. It's super perfumey and vibrant. Some cinnamon. Okay, those videos get much longer. It's not my fault. I told the guys I will talk long. So last 2 wines and then we got it. Burgundy Red, super chuggable, day drinking, everyday pleasure, fun wine. Really has this vibrancy of the area, this warmness, but also this cold nights, the lake, you feel it, all this mildness. It has all this like beautiful red wine characteristic, maybe your parents want, which are like more familiar with the classical wine, but also the natural wine geek likes. It's really something you can't get wrong with, though it stays really interesting. It works a lot of things. It's like really spicy from the Blaufränkisch. It's Zweige Blaufränkisch St. Laurent, a blend all in stainless steel. Smoky a little bit, shows nice. 18 was also great vintage, so we are lucky. Last wine, Pinot Noir. It's a mixture of different vineyards, not like the Nacht. I'll show you those two afterwards because you can see color is deeper. They're more like a bit more extracted classical red wines, but not classical at all. They're still really bright, high acidity, good freshness. That's what we like on natural wine, right? Spiciness, earthiness, a lot of flavor, but also lightness and elegance and drinkiness. Pinot Noir for us developed a lot. We have old vines. Our wines, Pinot Noir, between 25 and 40 years old because we planted really early. The grandfather of Werner planted it already. And so really early on, and I think it grows really well. It brings a bit more fruity style, maybe like Oregon-ish Pinot Noir. And also 18, super nice, really velvety, a lot of velvets. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy those. I'll show you the eggs in the back. Enjoy the tasting, have fun, stay safe. I hope I see you very soon in Belgium. Take care, bye.